We all carry things. We carry them in our hearts. We carry them in our minds. Some of these things are light. They are happy memories, a first kiss, a graduation day, the birth of a child. These memories feel like feathers. They lift us up when we are down. But we also carry heavy things. We carry the pain of loss, the sting of unkind words, the regret of choices we did not make. We believe that carrying all of it, the good and the bad, makes us who we are. We think it makes us stronger, wiser. We tell ourselves that every experience is a lesson, and so we hold on. We hold on tight. Isn't it strange? We think that our past defines our strength. We collect our histories like precious jewels. We say, look at all I've been through, look at the battles I've survived. We wear our scars like badges of honor. We believe that remembering every detail, every joy, and every sorrow gives us a solid foundation. But what if that foundation is not solid at all? What if it is a weight? A heavy anchor that keeps us stuck in one place. We spend so much time looking back. We replay old conversations. We feel old heartaches as if they happened only yesterday. We are proud of our ability to remember. But we forget to ask an important question. What is the price of remembering everything? This is a story about that price. It is a story about holding on and letting go. We are taught to remember. Remember the good times, we are told. Learn from your mistakes, they say. But no one teaches us how to forget. No one tells us that it is okay to leave some things behind. We think that if we let go of a memory, we are betraying the person we once were. We feel that we are erasing a part of our story, so we carry it all. The happy moments become heavy, the sad moments become heavier, and slowly, without even noticing, we start to sink under the weight of our own yesterday. And so, we live our lives with our backs bent. We are bent not by age, but by the weight of our memories. We look at the future through a lens clouded by the past. We meet new people, but we compare them to old friends or old loves. We face new challenges, but we are haunted by old failures. We see a beautiful sunset, but we are reminded of a sunset we once shared with someone who is no longer here. We think we are honoring our past, but are we? Or are we simply sacrificing our present? We are so busy carrying our history that we forget we are meant to be living our lives, right now, today. There was once a small bird. His name was Pip. Pip was like many of us. He believed that every memory was a treasure. He did not want to forget a single moment of his life. So, he came up with a plan. For every memory he made, he would find a stone. A tiny smooth stone for a happy memory, like finding a juicy berry. A rough dark stone for a sad memory, like a storm that destroyed his nest. He kept these stones in a small leather pouch tied around his neck. At first, the pouch was light. It was a comfort to him. He could feel the small bumps of the stones against his chest. They reminded him of who he was. In the beginning, Pip was proud of his collection. He would show his pouch to the other birds. "This stone," he would chirp, "is for the day I learned to fly. And this one is for the song my mother taught me." The other birds were impressed. They saw his pouch as a sign of a life fully lived. Pip loved the feeling. He loved knowing that his entire life was right there with him. The pouch was proof that he had experienced things. It was proof that he had loved and that he had lost. The weight was small. It was a gentle reminder. It did not stop him from soaring high into the blue sky. It did not stop him from singing his morning song. As the seasons changed, Pip continued to collect his stones. A shiny white stone for the first snowfall he had ever seen. A jagged gray stone for the time a hawk nearly caught him. A warm, reddish stone for a new friendship he made. The pouch grew fuller. The stones clinked together with every movement. The sound became a part of him. The weight was no longer gentle. It was noticeable. It was constant. When he flew, he had to flap his wings a little harder. When he landed on a branch, it dipped lower than it used to. But Pip did not mind. He told himself this was the price of a rich life. This was the cost of remembering. Soon the pouch was not just full, it was overflowing. It was heavy. So heavy. The leather straps dug into his small neck. Walking on the ground became a struggle. He had to drag the pouch behind him, leaving a trail in the dirt. He stopped visiting the other birds. He was too tired to show off his stones anymore. The joy he once felt in his collection was gone. Now it was just a burden. A heavy, silent weight that was always with him. The happy memories and the sad memories all felt the same. They were just heavy. They were just stones. and Pip, the little bird who loved to fly, was now bound to the earth. The sky was once Pip's home. It was his playground. He would dance with the wind, he would race the clouds, he would sing to the sun. But now the sky was just a distant memory. Flying was no longer a joy, it was a monumental effort. He would run, flap his wings with all his might, and lift off the ground for just a moment. But the pouch, filled with his life stones, would pull him right back down. Thud! He would land hard on the soft earth. He would try again, and again. Each failure was another painful memory, but he had no room for more stones. He was only adding to the weight in his heart. Other birds would fly above him. They would call down to him, "Pip, come fly with us! The wind is perfect today!" But Pip would just look up, his eyes filled with a deep sadness. He could not explain his struggle to them. How could he? His pouch of memories was once his greatest pride. Now, it was his secret shame. He would pretend he was busy. He would pretend he preferred to walk. But inside, his heart ached. He longed to feel the wind beneath his wings. He longed to see the world from above the trees. But the weight of his past, the literal weight of it, kept him grounded. His world became very small. It was limited to the small patch of forest he could walk around. His days were spent dragging his heavy pouch from one spot to another. He would find food, but even eating felt like a chore. The weight on his neck made it hard to bend down. The weight on his soul made it hard to taste the sweetness of a berry. He would sit for hours, just staring at his pouch. He would run his beak over the stones. He remembered the stories behind them, but the memories no longer brought comfort or lessons. They were just a heavy, unmoving mass. They were his prison. One day, a strong wind blew through the forest. It was the kind of wind that birds love, the kind that lifts you up and carries you for miles. The other birds were playing in the strong currents, laughing and calling to each other. Pip watched them, and a tear rolled down his feathery cheek. He wanted to join them more than anything. He gathered all his strength. He ran faster than he had in years. He flapped his wings until they ached. For a glorious second he was in the air. He was flying. But then, the pouch swung forward, the weight shifted, and it pulled him down faster and harder than ever before. He lay on the ground, defeated. The sky was for others now, not for him. That evening, as dusk settled over the forest, a wise old owl landed on a branch above Pip. The owl had been watching him for many days. He had seen the little bird struggle. He had seen his failed attempts to fly. He had seen the heavy sadness in his eyes. The owl was old. He had seen many things. He had seen birds build nests and raise families. He had seen them fly south for the winter, but he had never seen a bird that chose to carry such a heavy burden. He cleared his throat, a low, gentle hoot. "Hello, little one," the owl said. His voice was calm and deep. Pip was startled. He looked up and saw the owl's large, luminous eyes. He felt a little embarrassed, dragging his heavy pouch in front of this magnificent creature. "Hello," Pip whispered. He tried to straighten up, to look less pathetic. The owl looked not at Pip, but at the pouch. He tilted his head. "That is a very heavy bag for such a small bird," the owl observed. "It must be filled with very important things." Pip nodded. "It is," he said, a hint of his old pride returning. "It is my life. Every memory I have ever had is in here." He thought the owl would be impressed. He waited for a word of praise, but the owl did not offer praise. He just looked at Pip with his steady, knowing gaze. After a long silence, he asked a simple question. "Why?" he hooted softly. "Why do you carry it?" Pip was taken aback. No one had ever asked him that before. Everyone had always admired his collection. I carry it to remember," Pip stammered, "so I don't forget who I am, so I can learn from my past." The owl blinked slowly. "The sky is also part of who you are, is it not? The wind is your teacher. The sun is your companion. You have forgotten them. Does a tree carry all its old leaves to remember the past seasons?" Pip had no answer. He had never thought of it that way. A tree lets its leaves go. It knows that new leaves will grow in the spring. It does not cling to what is dead and gone. "These stones," the owl continued, his voice gentle but firm, "they do not help you fly. They do not help you sing. They do not help you live. They only help you remember a life you are no longer living. You carry the memory of flying, but you do not fly. You carry the memory of a song, but you do not sing. Tell me, little bird, what is a memory worth if it costs you your present?" The owl's question hung in the quiet air. It was a question that would change everything for Pip. Pip sat in silence long after the owl had flown away. The owl's words echoed in his mind. What is a memory worth if it costs you your present? He looked at the heavy pouch. It was true. He was so focused on carrying his past that he had forgotten how to live. His life was not the stones in the bag. His life was the air, the sun, the sky. It was the song he had yet to sing. It was the flights he had yet to take. With trembling claws, he began to work at the knot that held the pouch around his neck. It was a tight knot, tied years ago. It was difficult to undo. It was like trying to undo a part of himself. Finally, the knot came loose. The heavy pouch fell to the ground with a loud thud. Pip felt a sudden lightness. It was a feeling he had not felt in a very long time. His neck was free. His shoulders felt light. He took a step, and then another. He was not dragging anything. He felt empty. But it was not a sad emptiness. It was a hopeful emptiness. It was the emptiness of a blank page, waiting for a new story to be written. He looked at the pouch on the ground. He did not hate it. It had been a part of his journey, but it was not a part of his future. He turned away from it and faced the open field. He took a deep breath. He ran. He flapped his wings. And this time, there was nothing to pull him down. He lifted off the ground higher and higher. He was flying. He felt the wind rush beneath his wings, lifting him effortlessly. He soared above the trees, a place he had only dreamed of for so long. The world looked so different from up here. So big, so full of possibility. He had been living in a tiny corner of the world when the whole sky was waiting for him. He let out a joyful chirp, a song he had not sung in years. It was a song of freedom, a song of a new beginning. The lesson of Pip is a lesson for all of us. Our memories are important. They shape us. They teach us. They are the echoes of our laughter and our tears, but they are not meant to be a prison. They are meant to be a guide. You do not need to carry every stone from your past. You can choose to leave some behind. You can choose to let go of the pain that weighs you down. You can even let go of the joys that keep you from finding new happiness. Your life is not a museum of yesterday. It is a wide open sky. And it is waiting for you to fly. So let go of the wait. Live in the now. And find your wings again.